Good afternoon, everyone. I'm not so used to the camera. Middle of the retreat for the 7-day people. Halfway through. It's day 4 in the afternoon. This afternoon we're going to have a look at the third foundation of mindfulness called Chittanupassana, contemplation of the mind, contemplation of mind states, various states of mind. So far we've had a look at the body, we've had a look at feeling, the second foundation. We've had a look at some hindrances and also the sambojjhangas, the enlightenment factors. They're the fourth foundation of mindfulness. Today we'll do the third foundation. As our practice develops, our meditation, meditation is mind development. It's all about training the mind. As our practice develops, we give more and more emphasis to the mind. We're training the mind. Training it to do what? Training it to observe, weaken, and destroy defilement. Defilement is corruptions. Defilement are imperfections of the mind. Those dirty states that give us trouble, that lead us to dukkha. Defilements are parasites that enter the stream of sense perception and cause trouble and difficulties for us. The Buddha's teaching is all about recognizing defilements and removing them. The Buddha's idea of freedom, or experience of freedom, is the mind which is completely devoid of any of these defilements. And the Buddhist teachings recognize many different groupings or sets of these defilements. There are the 10 samyojanas, or the 10 fetters that bind beings to samsara, the 7 latent tendencies which lie in the subconscious stream, the anusayas. There's the 3 taints, or the asavas, the outflows that come from ignorance. The other morning we discussed the 5 hindrances, and there are other groupings of these defilements. They all spring from 3 roots: greed, hatred, and delusion, lobha, dosa, moha. In our satipatthana text, the Buddha asks us to note and know, to examine the mind with greed, the mind with hate, and the mind with delusion. These 3 roots in turn spring from avijja, or ignorance. Ignorance is unknowing or unawareness. Specifically, it's not understanding the 4 Noble Truths. For our purposes, ignorance is being unaware in the present moment. We're not being present, not noting and knowing exactly what is going on. Our aim this afternoon is not to give you a catalogue of the different mind states or impurities. We're going to look at a couple of them, especially the pushing and the pulling aspects of the mind. The kind of craving that we pull towards, and also the aversion where we're pushing stuff away. Mindfulness aims to experience these mental states, to get to know them, to become familiar with them, to create space around them so that they are not appropriated, so that they're not identified with, so that they can pass along on their way without causing too much trouble. Eventually, the practice is to completely uproot these defilements. Wisdom has that power to completely remove defilements, and we awaken to the truth. In order for us to examine defilements, we're going to have to check our attitude. It's important, and we should re-emphasize this at this point in the retreat. Keep checking your attitude. Keep having a look at what state of mind that you're actually meditating with. We need to be clear about the attitude that we practice with. Right attitude allows you to accept whatever is arising in the present moment. It allows you to acknowledge and observe whatever is happening, whether it's pleasant or unpleasant. We have to accept what is going on. Whether it's good experience or bad experience, acknowledge that that's how it is right now. It's just like this. It cannot be anything otherwise. Whatever is arising, that's what we have to work with. Every experience, good or bad, is a learning opportunity. It gives us a chance to study our own mind so that we can let it go. Notice whether the mind accepts things as they are. Are you struggling? Are you resisting? Are you hoping? Are you expecting? Or are you cool with your practice? Are you allowing whatever is arising to arise? Are you dutifully noting and knowing it, letting it go, not trying to change it in any way? We're not trying to manipulate the data that's arising in the present moment. We want it to naturally arise and naturally pass away. If we're going to see nature, if we're going to see Dhamma, then we're going to have to watch nature, not your constructed or created idea of something. We're going to have to get to the truth. No experience should be a disturbance or a distraction. Everything is the nature. Everything is Dhamma nature. What happens in the body is just Dhamma nature. What happens in the mind is just Dhamma nature. It's arising and passing away. It doesn't belong to anybody. When we feel hot, it's just hot. There is hotness. Make a note. Hotness is occurring. There is hot. If we take it and grasp it and hold on to it, we can make ourselves quite upset. Oh, I'm hot. I can't meditate. It's too hot to meditate. And all of a sudden you're complaining and whinging and giving up because the body has moved a little bit in temperature. The body's 38 degrees. It's hot. It should be hot. If it goes to 38.2, okay, well, accept that that's what it is. Everything is happening because of cause and effect. And our work is to just have the right attitude to observe and be enthusiastic in our observation. Don't be upset with whatever's arising. Whatever it is, that's what it is. Our job is not to react to it. And we'll talk about that in a moment. When we don't understand the corruptions and the imperfections or the defilements of the mind, when we don't understand greed, hatred and delusion, it really does affect our attitude. It affects our attitude to practice. And we all do have wrong attitudes sometimes. Sometimes we can't help it. But we have to recognize when we're practicing with the wrong attitude, when we're trying to get something, when we're trying to achieve something, when we're trying to become somebody who can meditate. This is a wrong attitude. Don't try and get and achieve anything here. That's the path to dukkha. That's craving. It's craving to be, wanting to get something, wanting to become somebody. Let that go. Don't try and expect or create anything. Expecting or creating something is greed. Also, don't reject whatever is happening. Rejecting and not accepting what is happening is aversion. Also, not knowing what is going on. That's delusion. Don't try to make the things the way you want them to be. We want to watch what is actually going on, not what you want to watch. It's not a TV. You can't just change the channel. Just observe whatever is going on. We're trying to know whatever is happening, whenever it is happening, however it is happening, right now. We're not trying to adjust it in any way. We're just knowing it. We just want to note and know what is going on. Allow the noting and knowing to become continuous until everything starts passing away. Everything is being let go of. Just like water off a duck's back. Duck feathers don't take on the water. It just lands on there and slides off. Make your mind like a Teflon frying pan. Yeah. Don't let anything stick. So, trying to make things this way or that way, trying to make this thing happen or that thing happen, expecting something to happen, it's going to create a lot of dukkha. Expectations create anxiety. Anxiety leads to frustration. Frustration leads to aversion. And then you become upset with your meditation practice. Don't be upset because you're not enlightened on day 4. It's okay. Oh, I haven't awakened yet. I should get upset about it. Keep going. Keep practicing. Become aware of your attitude. It's a wrong attitude to judge your own practice. Of course, you should monitor your practice, but don't judge it. You're doing fine. This aversion arises from the idea that things are not the way we think that they should be. Sometimes we've read a lot about meditation, or we've heard other people discussing meditation, or we've looked at some YouTube videos or something. Okay, this is meditation should be like that. And then we're trying to copy, trying to create something. And when it doesn't work, we become upset. Aversion also arises from the desire that things should be somehow different than what they are. Things are as they are. That's it. Everything is conditioned. It is just exactly how it should be right now. Your conditions are unfolding naturally. Don't struggle with them. Don't fight with them. They are as they are. Aversion also arises from ignorance of what right practice is. Sometimes we think, I'm going on a meditation retreat, going up there onto the mountain at Koh Phangan. I'm going to sit up there in the jungle. It's going to be so peaceful and blissful. Nice. Actually, it's a lot different than that, isn't it? Yeah, we struggle with aches and pains, frustrations, stresses, worries. Don't struggle. Just watch. Watch and accept whatever is going on. As soon as you accept and stop resisting, everything's fine. If you keep pushing against a wall, you're only going to hurt your arms. The wall isn't going to do anything. It's not going to move. The wall is as it is. So stop pushing against it. Stop pushing back. Try to recognize if there's any dissatisfaction in your practice. Recognize if you're not happy with the way that it's going at the moment. And try to fully accept dissatisfaction when it's there. Not only in your meditation practice. If you can do it this week or these weeks, if you can learn to actually accept dissatisfaction and unpleasant states of mind and unpleasant physical sensations, and be able to sit with difficult and troubling emotions without reacting to them. If you can do it, this is what this meditation hall is for. This is a place of training. It doesn't happen naturally. We normally just react automatically. But here we have a training facility. It's our opportunity to learn. Here we can do it. It's easier. The conditions have been set up for that. You're in silence. Everything's been taken care of for you. The real work will start when you go down the hill. Hopefully you will have learnt something here. Think of this meditation hall as a swimming pool. Yeah, we all learned to swim in a swimming pool, didn't we? In the lanes, up and down, learning the different strokes. Once you learn how to swim, you can go out into the sea. You can go into the rivers and the lakes and swim happily. So, try to recognize and accept if there's any dissatisfaction that's going on. Understanding the causes dissolves dissatisfaction. The more we observe, the more we see the danger that being dissatisfied or discontent with the way things are causes dukkha. Accepting the way things are is contentment. It's peace and happiness. It may not be the best of all worlds, but if you're accepting whatever is going on, you can be happy. Just accept, well, it's like this at the moment. Yeah, happiness arises in the heart. It doesn't arise from external conditions. Happiness is an attitude. Yeah. It's an attitude you have towards things. Wrong attitudes are caused by delusion, by not understanding things as they really are, by not seeing things clearly. When we don't accept these defilements, these imperfections of the mind, the greed, the hate, the delusion that may sometimes arise, when we don't accept them, then we're strengthening them. If we're reacting to them, they become stronger. We have to accept that they exist in the mind sometimes. They're not always there, but sometimes it's our karmic misfortune that these things do come along. They hinder our meditation, but they're also a very wonderful thing to be able to watch. They do prevent us from living freely, but only temporarily, only if we don't understand them. As soon as we start to understand the mechanisms of the mind, we start to understand the structure of how this thing is operating, we can start to free ourselves. The Buddha was quite clear. He described very well the operations of the mind and how we're stuck in this dukkha. He also described the way out of it. And we're doing that practice this week. So have a look for any parasites that may have entered into your sense perception. Have a look if you've been infected with some virus or some kind of bacteria, greed, hatred, and delusion. These are the mental states that we need to observe, we need to note and know. Freeing ourselves from these defilements frees us from suffering. I encourage you, don't attach to them. When a strong emotional state arises, don't attach and don't reject. Don't take ownership of it. It's not yours. It's not you. You're not really like that. It's just an impermanent mind state that's arising, and it's going to pass away very quickly. As soon as you note and know, it's gone. Some emotions are a little stickier. Some of them we've gotten in a habit of identifying with over the years, and they may stay for a bit longer. They may take 8 or 10 times to note and know. Eventually, you'll create space around them. When you can create space, you can free yourself. But don't ignore and don't identify. As you stop attaching or stop identifying with these defiled states, their strength slowly diminishes, and over time, they have less power. As soon as you recognize them, you're almost free. It's just recognizing. You don't want to be the last person in the room to recognize that you're angry, do you? No. Everyone else can see it. Yeah? So make sure you're the first person to recognize when these states of mind come up. Be mindful, be aware. Vipassana meditation is much more than just observing things with a receptive mind. We need to use wisdom. We need to use wisdom to create space around troubling emotional states. We can't practice blindly. We can't practice mechanically. We shouldn't practice without thinking. Well, maybe we should. I'll leave that for you to work out. The meditating mind should be simple. Don't make things complicated. We don't want to complicate things. We're just watching. We're just observing and accepting whatever's going on and not taking it as this is mine, this I am, this is myself. The Buddha repeatedly in the Pali text emphasizes this with everything. This is not mine, this I am not, this is not myself. Whatever is arising, whatever comes up, this is not mine, this I am not, this is not myself. Get used to repeating that mantra. When you get some troublesome state that's arising, recognize it, but don't own it. It's not yours. So don't pick it up. When somebody comes to your house and comes to give you a present or something, you don't have to accept it. No thanks, I won't have that at the moment, thank you. It's not yours then. They have to take it away. They leave with it. If you don't pick it up, you're not holding it. If you're not holding, you're not identifying. And if you're not identifying, then you're not dukkhaing yourself. So don't pick any of it up. Just let it all float by. Meditation is about letting go. Meditation is about freeing the mind from the process of identification over and over again. When we're watching the mind, the most difficult states that come up are quite often emotional states. Emotional states are complex. They involve unpleasant feeling often. They involve habitual thought structures and opinions and views. They often flow into physical sensations as well. Have a look. See if you have any blemishes in your mind. See if you react in certain patterns. We all do. Have a look and see what your predominant reaction pattern is. Do you get all excited and craving? Do you start lusting and wanting? Do you get covetousness in the mind? Do you want stuff that belongs to other people? Have a look for those kinds of mental states if they start to arise. Become familiar with that. Do you often think about getting things? Do you want to get that nice little funky apartment somewhere? Is it a new car that you're looking for? Are you looking for continuous travel? What is it that you keep thinking about in your meditation practice? Is there any craving that's going on there? Or are you just perpetually pissed at the world, not happy with anybody? Everywhere you go, it's not really good enough. There's an old story about that, about the monk that travels from monastery to monastery. Every monastery he goes to, it just stinks here. It's awful. Horrible. Goes to the next, this place stinks as well. And this place stinks as well. Have a look in your bag. Oh, that's where it is. Yeah. It's in your own mind that the trouble is. It's not anywhere else. Outside is fine. People in this world are fine. Yeah, okay, there's nasty people around. Avoid them. Hang out with nice people. Yeah. Easier said than done, perhaps. But realistically, troubles are caused internally, not externally. Have a look to see if there's anger or resentment arising in your mind. Do people easily frustrate you? Do you easily become irritated with that? Have a look. That's something that you have to work on. We all have things to work on. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. Recognize these defilements when they're arising. Open them up. Disclose them to your friends. Feel how freeing that is. Say to your friends, you know what, I think I'm a little bit angry. Am I angry all the time? They may say, yeah, dude. It's okay. At least then you know. At least then you'll need to look out for the patterns that keep arising in your life. Do you have trouble with people? Or do you have trouble with things? Are you not satisfied with what you already have? You always want something a little bit more. Is the food you're given, well, a little bit more salt would be good. A little bit more this would be good. Have a look at those little things that we're not satisfied with. Become satisfied. Become content. You'll be the happiest person in the world. Whatever is arising, accept it how it is. As soon as you accept, you're free. If you're resisting, well, you're going to be in trouble, aren't you? Have a look to see if there's any ill will that may be arising in your mind. Or maybe you have a streak of cruelty. Maybe you say nasty things to people. Have a look at that. You may not mean to. It's just a habit that you may have got into. Some people have a habit of communicating through criticism. I know some people like that. You can't talk to them without them criticizing you. It's just how it is. So, what can you do about that? They just criticize you all the well, it's okay. It's fine. Yeah. Try to have a conversation and it always turns negative. Some people just flow in that direction. Don't take their words personally. This is the most important thing. Don't take anything personally. Yeah. Let it slide off your back. Yeah. People say nasty things. It's okay. People do nasty things. Okay. Avoid them next time. You can escape in that way. Maybe you've noticed that you're a little bit insolent or a little bit arrogant, maybe a little bit contemptuous. Perhaps you are looking down at people in some way, or thinking that you're superior in some way. Have a look at those kind of mind states that come up. See how they affect your relationships. See how they cause trouble in the world. Maybe you're envious of others. Maybe you are competitive. Some people are competitive. They like to beat others all the time. Just want to win. Even in anything. I eat faster than you. I walk faster than you. I have a flatter stomach than all the crazy. My hair's longer than yours. All the silly things. People make judgments. Competitiveness. We've built societies upon competitiveness. We've started to think it's actually a good thing to compete with each other. We have economic systems based around competition. We've somehow deluded ourselves into thinking that it's efficient. What's wrong with cooperation? Why don't we cooperate with each other? Why do we have to compete and make our lives troublesome? Maybe you're fraudulent or deceitful. Do you lie? Even just little lies. Be careful of that. People see it after a while. Maybe you become obstinate and stubborn, refusing to yield, refusing to give up. My opinion is right. Very often we like to hang on to our opinions and views. They form a very important base for the sense of self. Opinions and views can be very strong. It's nothing but selfhood, an opinion. It's my opinion and I'm right. Let go of your opinions. They only cause trouble. They cause difficulties. Everyone's got a different opinion. Everyone sees things differently, depending upon your conditioning and your culture. What may be fine in your place is not acceptable here. Your opinion's not right and their opinion's not wrong. There's just difference. Accept that there are differences in the world. Don't get into arguments about my point of view being right or your point of view being wrong. Let go of that immature communication. No point being right and wrong if it causes trouble for people, causes difficulties. Have a look and see if you praise others or you praise yourself. Are you judging others? Are you looking at how others are doing the walking meditation? They can't. What's she doing like that? What's she thinking? Why are they sitting? Have a look at those judging statements, those judging minds. See if they're causing you happiness or suffering. You're not in the court of law. It's not your position to be judging others. No need. It only causes difficulties for yourself. Let that behavior go. Start to note it. Start to be aware when you start to compare yourself with someone else. In Pali, the word for this is mana. It's normally translated as conceit, but there are three types of manas. There's the mana where we consider ourselves superior to others, and then we consider ourselves inferior to others, or we consider ourselves equal to others. All the same. They're all about me and you. It's all about a difference. It's all about a self, a comparison. There's no self, there's no comparing. There isn't a me and there isn't a you. It just is what is. So try to let go of those kind of mind inclinations. See if the mind is complaining or criticizing. Do you find little problems everywhere? Everywhere? That's not right, that's not right. It should be like this, it should be like that. Don't you get tired of it? Trying to find fault everywhere? The Buddha called it the fault-finding mind. Let go of that. Be aware if you've gotten into a pattern of doing these particular mental reactions to things. Have a look if there's craving, if there's strong wanting. Of course, it's fine to want to develop your life. No one's saying that you have to go and live in the forest like a rock and just sit in the rain. I don't want anything, I'm free. No, you don't have to do that. You can still develop your life. But just make sure that you're not craving about stuff. Craving causes difficulties. Have a look and see if you get easily upset. Do you have a bad temper or something like that? We can use that as an example. Use anger as an example. Most emotional states have the same structure. But when we're noting and knowing in our practice, I want you to observe them. When we experience anger and resentment, it means that we have some kind of resistance towards an object. We're resisting it, we're resenting it, we're disliking it, we're not wanting it. Often it's another person. Maybe it's someone you don't even know. Maybe it's someone in the hall here. That person. Yeah. Have a look at that in your mind. It's not pleasant to have to live with that. And if you do say something unpleasant or you give them a nasty look or something, what's that going to do to your retreat? Every time you walk past them, you'll feel uncomfortable. Every time you get near them, there'll be some kind of tension in the body, some tension in the mind. Look out for that stuff. It's uncomfortable to live with that. Free yourself from those kinds of experiences. Never force yourself to sit blindly with something like anger or frustration. This is a chance to work on this defiled state. Don't take it personally. Don't appropriate and identify with it. Put it out there. There it is. Okay. There's some anger in the mind. There's some resentment in the mind for whatever reason. Forget about the reasons. Forget about what the person did or what they said. Just acknowledge that at the moment there's an energy of resentment. It's causing dukkha. You're going to note it and know it. You're going to let go of it. You're going to separate your identification from it. Free yourself from it. It's important that we look at these different strong emotional states that cause suffering with the right attitude. We're not trying to make them go away. We're just trying to know them. When we know them, they get let go of automatically. If we're watching and observing them to try and make them disappear, then there's some very subtle aversion getting into the mix. There's some very subtle rejection and trying to get rid of. So when you notice that the mind has been stained with some anger or resentment or disappointment or jealousy or whatever the state of mind is, those strong states of mind, don't try and get rid of it. That's not your job. Your job is just to know it so clearly that it disappears by itself. We don't want to be rejecting whatever is arising. We just want to know it. When we know it and see it clearly, when we understand its characteristics, then the mind will no longer take it as this is mine, this I am, this is myself. And then you will be released from it. Dukkha is caused by subjectivity. Dukkha is caused by taking things personally. When we don't take it personally, there's no dukkha. It's just a mind state. It doesn't belong to anyone. And it disappears very quickly. The stronger you hold on to something and identify with something, the longer it's going to stay there and the more suffering it's going to cause. But if you can notice it, recognize it, develop the right attitude, oh, this guy's come back again for a visit. What do you want? I'm going to watch you. Have a look at it. Yeah, and just watch it dissolve as you disidentify with it. If you don't notice it, if you just start reacting to it with disliking, I've got to get rid of this, I've got to get rid of this, I've got to get rid of this, that's a subtle form of appropriation. It means that you've taken it as being mine, and now you want to get rid of it. You're picking it up so that you can drop it. That's not what we want to do. We just want to observe it so that it doesn't get picked up. And then we don't have to drop it. So never force yourself to sit blindly with anger or frustration. This is a chance to learn. Everything is a chance to learn. Every single mental state that arises. And it takes time. Be patient. Meditation practice requires a great deal of patience. You won't be successful the first time you know to know it. It will be a little bit sticky. There are habits that you got into over the years of identifying with particular mental states. When you identify with particular emotional states, you may even start to call yourself this type of person or that type of person. No, well, actually, I'm anxious. I'm anxious. It doesn't mean you're anxious. You're just identifying with anxiety. You've picked it up and started saying, oh, well, I'm anxious. No. Make a note, there is. Always use these words in front. That neutralizes things and you stop taking them personally. There's a big difference between I am anxious and there is anxiety. There is has some space around it. There is. There it is. That's the way the Buddha formulated the first noble truth. There is dukkha. He didn't say you are dukkha. He didn't say life is dukkha. He says there is dukkha. And it's everywhere if you take everything personally. And it's nowhere if you don't. It's gone. Dukkha is entirely dependent upon you picking stuff up and identifying with it. As soon as you stop doing that, freedom is yours. It's a little more tricky than that, but that's the basic premise, and it takes a bit of practice. These mind states, these emotional states that arise, are objects of satipatthana. They're objects of our meditation practice. The Buddha has alerted us to the fact that these things need to be known. We need to see their arising. We need to see their passing away. We need to see the satisfaction that sometimes they can cause. But we also need to note the danger inherent in them. When we can do this, then we can start to escape from them. We can start to know what it is like to be void of these types of mental states. So please check your attitude. Wishing for anger or frustration or any other emotional state to disappear is wrong attitude. Don't try and get rid of anything. Get rid of is pushing away, it's rejecting. That's just another type of defilement. We need to be more clever than that. We need to use wisdom to let go of things, not anger to get rid of things. In fact, it doesn't matter whether the anger disappears or not. It doesn't matter whether the emotional state, the anxiety, the depression, the worries, the concerns, strong ones like grief, for example, when a family member dies or passes away, when we have a strong attack of jealousy in our relationship, for example, can be very hurtful, can be very harmful. We can say some horrible things. Look out for the dangers in identifying with these types of mental states. Our job is not to, it doesn't matter whether they're gone or not. What is important is when they are there, when they are present, we do not react to them. The mental state is not the problem. The reaction to the mental state is the problem. It's in the reaction that we can actually do something about them. And the primary reaction is, this is mine, this I am, this is myself. This is the reaction that we need to get rid of. Did I just say that? Let go of. This is important. It's really important to understand this. These emotional states do arise. You're a conditioned being. You're living in the conditioned realm. All kinds of mental states and emotional states arise every now and then. It's part of our conditioning, and it's due to past intentions, past causes. No one can stop the flow of karma from flooding into the present moment. We have a vehicle which is specifically designed for old karmas to manifest in. That's what this thing is. That's all it is, actually. It's just the manifestation of your old karma. It's not that great. Especially if your intentions have been nasty, then you live a fairly unbearable life. If your intentions are getting better and better each day, then your life is also getting better and better each day. We have to be wise with our reactions towards these different emotional states. This is our practice in the present moment. This is the practice that leads to the cessation of dukkha, that leads to nibbana. When there's anger or resentment in the mind, there's probably going to be feeling as well. There'll be some unpleasantness arising in the mode, in the moment. There might even be some physical sensations associated with that emotional state. In the examination of the 4 foundations of mindfulness in the satipatthana, we can observe any moment in any way that we choose. Some of you may have been to Yangon, the capital of Myanmar, Burma. In the center of Yangon there's a beautiful pagoda. It's called the Shui Dagon Pagoda. It's amazing. It's 100 meters tall. It's a shining golden incredible wonder of the world. Leading up to the platform of that pagoda, there are 4 enormous stairways. They're about 100 meters long. They lead up very ornately, majestically up to the pagoda platform. We're using this pagoda platform and these stairways as a simile. Think of these 4 stairways as the 4 foundations of mindfulness. The pagoda is your present moment experience. You can approach the pagoda on any one of those stairways. When there's an emotional state that is going on, well, that's stairway number 3. You can note and know that. You can also observe the feeling associated with that moment. Stairway number 2. Make a note of the unpleasantness of that experience. You can also have a look at any physical sensations that may be arising with that emotional state. When we get angry, sometimes the body starts to shake a little bit, or it becomes tense, or the breathing becomes a little bit shorter, or we start to foam at the mouth, get frothy. Have a look for any of those physical reactions that come from the mental state. We can also start to dislike things. That's the 4th foundation of mindfulness, or the 4th stairway. So we can look at the emotion itself, we can look at the feeling embedded in that emotional state, the unpleasantness. We can look at the physical reactions that are happening in that moment, and we can also look at our reactions to that mental state. That's the 4th foundation, your reactions, whether you like it or dislike it. It's up to you how you wish to observe the present moment. So far we've been working systematically and examining the different foundations of mindfulness. In the future, you'll be able to practice with various techniques and various ways of observing the present moment. You choose the foundation of awareness which is most suitable for you in that moment. There are different escape paths. There's a direct link between your state of mind and physical sensations. There's a direct link between your reaction processes, either reactions of rejections or reaction of wanting. The most important reaction is the reaction of appropriation and identification, taking things personally. Have a look at those reactions. See if you take things personally. When somebody says something harshly to you, see if you take it personally or not. How quickly can you depersonalize that? The Buddha gives a wonderful simile. He said, called the simile of the saw. He said, monks, even if someone was to come up to you, even if bandits were to accost you and cut off your leg with a 2-handed saw, he who gave rise to the mind of hate would not be carrying out my teaching. Non-reaction. Don't react to anything, even if somebody's cutting off your leg. I know that may be difficult, but you can try. As soon as you become aware that there is some anger or frustration or irritation in your mind, as soon as you become aware that there's some boredom or some laziness or some discontentedness, as soon as you become aware of there's some dissatisfaction or craving or wanting, desiring, make a note. Learn to live with it. Don't react to it. Don't take it personally. Accept this is my present moment experience. This is the present moment experience right now. The Thai meditation masters will just look at you and say, "Ko ben yang nan." It's just like this. Yeah, but it's just like this. Yeah, it's just like this. And when you accept it's just like this, then you're free. You're free in that moment. Your job as a meditator is just to say to yourself, it's just like this, moment after moment after moment. Live in that spaciousness. Live in that freedom. You don't want to be living in constriction where you're taking your mind states personally. Your opinions are not yours. They're just opinions. Your views should not be held onto so strongly. Let them go. You can change your mind sometimes. You can hold a very strong opinion, I'm right, this is absolutely correct, and then the next week actually you change your mind. No, I don't think that anymore. I have a strong opinion about this now. Complete opposite. What was right is now wrong, and what was wrong is now right. See how fickle the mind can be. See how easy it is to get attached to positions. It's okay to let go of a position. Don't be stubborn. Just because you've been saying one thing your whole life doesn't mean you can't just flip it over. Let it go. Don't hold on to anything at all. We're trying to be equanimous towards things. We'll talk about equanimity in the coming days. Equanimity is the mind of non-reaction. It's the mind that thinks everything's cool and groovy. It's the mind of it's okay, it's fine. Don't react to stuff. In the process of reacting, we neglect to watch the mind, and we're not really aware of our reaction processes. If we fail to realize what we're doing, then we're just going to fall into suffering. So start watching your mental reactions to any resistance that you may have. Look out for kinds of resistances. If you're experiencing something on the retreat that you're resisting, that you don't like, there's something that's not quite right, now is the time to embrace and accept. Well, this is how it is for the next weeks. It's going to be like this. The sooner you can become cool with how it is, instead of trying to change the world to suit your defilements, then the freer you're going to be. It's just like this. Be cool with it and you'll be happy. That's it. It's not that difficult. Well, maybe it is. It's pretty difficult, actually, to accept everything, but that's what the work of being a meditator is all about. We're freeing the mind, step by step. We let go of the big troublesome ones, and then we start to work on the middling ones. We let go of the middling ones, and we start to work on the subtle ones. Let go of the gross manifestations. The gross manifestations manifest as physical actions and verbal speech. Bite your tongue. Bite it. Don't say anything nasty to anybody. It's like, I'm going to resist saying something. There are many times we'd like to just going to point something out to you. I bet you are. Stop it. Don't react to what other people are doing. Be concerned. You're on retreat. Be concerned with whatever is going on in your own mind and body process. It's not good practice to look at other mind and body processes as they walk around the monastery. They're doing their own things and they have their own suffering. They too also believe that they are somebody. They have a strong belief that they're someone. They'll show you a part. Look, it's me in my passport. Look, see? I have a date of birth. I am. I exist. I was born. Really? Show me that in the present. So have a look. Don't look at others. Don't judge others. Don't even judge yourself. That can be the most painful. Some of us have developed the habit of judging ourselves. I'm hopeless. I'm useless. Everybody knows I'm useless. Everybody. No, they don't. It's just your opinion. Nobody thinks like that at all. They probably think you're wonderful and lovely. Maybe they don't know you. Don't judge yourself. That's the most suffering of all. It causes anxiety, it causes stress, it causes worry, it causes depression. Depression is just, well, it's worrying about the past, basically. Anxiety is worrying about the future. Let go of the past and the future. Really let go. It didn't happen to you and it's not happening now. It was all a delusion. Free yourself from that. Try to see the structure in how the mind is operating. We're interested in the structure here. We've used the example of anger, but that's just content. We could have used any emotion to have a look at. Don't get stuck in the content of your experiences. Don't get stuck in perceptions and feelings. Those things are fake. They don't belong to you. You are not the owner of them. They arise and pass away so rapidly, how could you own them? They're gone before you can grasp them. No, but you're trying to catch flies. Don't take that stuff seriously. Instead, start watching your mental reactions to things. Allow whatever is to be. It's going to be there. As soon as you stop reacting, you're free. As soon as you stop identifying, you're free. A little bit of reaction and identification, a little bit of suffering. A lot of reaction and holding and clinging, a lot of suffering. Complete and total ownership, producing an opinion and view leading to a sense of I am like this, man, you're in trouble. You're going to have some dukkha. So start to release your reaction process. Try to work through reactions and allow to whatever is to arise and pass away. Understanding the difference between equanimity, that balanced mind, and being able to just bear with something is also important. Equanimity means that you're not reacting. If you're just trying to bear and just going to sit with it, there's probably some anger in there as well. Probably not so satisfied with what's going on. Real equanimity is about acceptance. It's not about reaction to things. The mind does become more and more equanimous and more sensitive, and it will start to recognize more and more subtle reactions to things. Subtlety. You'll go into different levels of subtlety, different levels of attachment, things that you weren't even aware of before. You'll start to see, that's why I've been suffering so much. It's because I've been identifying with that little bit of nonsense. And then, once you identify it, then you'll be able to free yourself from it. So remember, you're not looking at the reactions of the mind to make things go away. You're investigating so that you understand them. Excuse me. How do these emotional states make you feel? How do thoughts and habitual patterns make you feel? Does the way you think alter the way you feel? Does the way you feel alter the way you think? Have a look at these patterns that go on in your mind. What is the attitude that you develop in your daily life? Try to apply these points. Note and know and let it go. Difficult, troublesome emotional states are not easy to let go of. But I noted it and it just got worse. Yeah, sometimes that happens as well. We need to use wisdom, not just awareness. We need to have wisdom as well. Wisdom creates space around what we've noted. Wisdom frees the mind from subjectivity. Wisdom makes things objective so that we can view them without bias. Wisdom creates freedom. So try to see all these different emotional states that arise and pass away as this is not mine, this I am not, this is not myself. All the different states. They all have the same structure, all of them. They're all impermanent, dependently arisen, conditioned, out of control, unsatisfactory, non-self. Free your mind from them. See the structure of these emotional states and stop reacting with attachment. Satipatthana is the way out of these things. The Buddha has taught it 2,600 years ago. It's been successful for many people. Try it. Try the technique. See if you can free the mind. It's important that we recognize that these emotional states are natural phenomena. They're not yours and they don't belong to you. They're not your emotions. Everyone experiences them from time to time. If you become aware of a very strong emotion and you really can't get over it and it's really just coming up all the time, try a different stairway. Try having a look at the pleasantness or unpleasantness of the experience. Focus in on that satipatthana, on that foundation of mindfulness. If the feeling is still too strong, come back to the body. Have a look at the physical sensation. What is that emotional state doing to you physically? Try to become aware of the physicalness of that emotional state. And then, once you've calmed down a little bit, then you can have a look at the emotion again. We only want to know things so that we understand them. It's like when you're having a fight with your partner. Sometimes it gets to the point you're just arguing. Maybe it's time for you to go and sleep in the car. And then you can come back the next day and have a chat about that, about what happened. Sometimes the things are just too strong. You need to step away. You need to step away. And go around to another door. If they don't let you in the front door, go around the back door. Have a look. You've all done that. Been rejected from a nightclub or something and climbed in the window, I'm sure. Go in a different way. Find that method of being able to observe whatever is going on in the present. And if feelings and emotions and sensations are still too overwhelming, then you can turn your attention to a neutral object. Something boring, like the breath, for example. Try to use Grandma's method. Just take 3 deep breaths, dear. You'll be okay. Calm down. Go and have a look at nature. Go outside. Go and sit amongst the trees on the grass. Go to a calming atmosphere. Wait till things have settled down a little bit. There's no point trying to cook your dinner on a huge fire. Sometimes you have to wait for that fire to cool down a little bit. And then you can go, there's some hot coals there. I'll be able to cook over that. Wait till things are more manageable. And when the strong emotion has subsided, then you'll be able to look at it more clearly. You'll be able to get a better handle on it. Then you'll be able to understand how the mind and body processes reacting with each other. Be able to see the structure of your experience. It's in seeing and understanding the structure of your experience that you are free. The content, well, you have to live with that. But seeing the structure will free you from that content. Doesn't matter what the content is. Here we're working with structure. We're working with how things arise and pass away and how things are not personal. When you can see in this way, then you can let go and then you will be free. I think that's enough for this afternoon. We can continue with our walking meditation.